how are you doing? Happy to have you here again. Today we'll be talking about our relationship with money and how oftentimes we have a negative relationship to money without even noticing. So there's a few things we can do to change and shift our energy towards money to start attracting more of it instead of repelling it, which is what we often do without realizing. That is what we're learning today. The moments in which we repel our abundance from coming in are the following. If you feel negative emotions coming up, negative energies coming up every time you pay for a service, for example your bills, and you have a negative concept about what bills are in your mind, that is attracting more bills. That is attracting more things to pay for. That's attracting less abundance and more debt. So what we need to do is every time we pay for something, whether it's our electric bill, whether it's our phone bill, whatever it is, really try at that specific moment to feel good and realize that you're paying for something you already received. You're paying for everything that has been helping you to be comfortable in your life, in your house, in your space, in your job. So first of all, be thankful and grateful, and then if you can, repeat in your mind, I'm very grateful for this money I have now, which I'm using for this bill, because where this money came from, a lot more is coming. That is key. It's lovely, it feels good, makes you feel good, and it shifts your energy so you can start attracting more abundance and start repelling debt and bills and all of those things. Another moment in which you're repelling abundance is if you are using negative language. For example, oh, I can't buy that. Oh, I'm always broke. Oh, I'm so poor. Oh, poor me, I have no way of making any money. Poor me, my job doesn't ever give me enough. Every time you repeat these things, these phrases, if you just say it once, you're already attracting that into your life. If you're saying it more than once, you're saying it all the time, you got that habit going, you need to change that right away. Otherwise, you'll start attracting more and more of that, and you start getting into a vicious circle in which is really hard to get out of. So what you need to do is start changing the language first. Even if you feel and agree with those things at first, change the language. Instead of saying, oh, I can't afford that, say, well, I'm choosing not to buy that right now. I'm choosing to be a little bit more responsible about my finances. I'm trying to take things slower. That's what I need to do today. And you make it like it changes. The energy behind it change. If you're saying, oh, my job never gives me enough, or I can't keep my money, I just spend it in anything and it just goes away, flows away from me. Change your language. Even though I have a lot of expenses at this point, I am taking more control over it and it will soon get better. Just change the language in your mouth and in your mind. Like every word you say, change it if it's negative, and in your mind as well. So don't say like, oh, I'm working on it, and in your mind you're like, oh, it's never gonna work. You need to be aligned. Change the language, very important. Another moment in which we're repelling our abundance is by worrying a lot. Fear energy attracts situations in our lives that will make us feel more fear. So if I know that it's really hard, this one's particularly hard. I know that if you are going through a financial moment, you're making ends meet, it's hard, really make an effort to stay positive and know that if you pray, if you ask, if you wish to manifest, if you do it from a nice, positive place, it's bound to happen. But if you do it out of fear and necessity and you're like, universe, I need this money, please give it to me, I'm struggling, that won't work. What you need to do is really enter a state of peace, meditate, take a nice shower with good music if you're feeling worried, salt, do a scrub on your skin with salt. That actually helps to absorb all the negative energy that you're having at the moment. And really just try to be in a good place. Place your intentions, ask, pray, and things will probably get solved before you notice. But if you do it out of necessity, you're creating more and more of the same thing. So by creating consciousness about these subjects, we can actually shift and change and start attracting what we want instead of attracting what we don't want. So I hope you start manifesting a lot of abundance with these 3 tips. They might seem very simple, but they're actually very, very powerful. So have fun with them.